Hey guys, welcome to episode 2. We are playing an Undead female warrior on Nightslayer PvP. We are level 5. If you watched last episode, we had just finished up at the starting zone of Death Knell. Here we are at the gates. And I've made a couple changes to the audio. I think in the first video I was picking up my computer fan and I tweaked some settings, and I think this should be better. I also wasn't sure if I was using my microphone from my headset or the microphone on my webcam. So yeah, we're just gonna pick up where we left off. This will probably be a shorter episode, and we'll probably try to get to Brill, because I think, if I remember, there's a couple of quests here that might take you to level 6 or 7, and we might just do those and then try to get to Brill. But so we need to get to the innkeeper. That's east, and this one is the same kind of thing. So we'll go talk to this guy. Fields of Grief. What have we here? You look like a fledgling warrior. If you hope to prove yourself to the Dark Lady, you need to learn the ways of the Forsaken. To the west, you'll find a farm. Humans infest the land like mold on a rotting corpse. And worse yet, the Scarlet Crusade patrols nearby from their tower. Teach those scum a lesson and steal 10 of their precious pumpkins. Alright, and then we take the pumpkins to Brill. So yeah, I remember saying last time that we see these humans in our homeland, or right, our zone, and they're hanging on, and we gotta get rid of them. So that's what we'll do. Try to keep my battle shop out. And so we got pumpkins here, and I think this tower, there's some Scarlet Crusade there. So these are just farmers, not part of the crusade. So is this, and then this guy is something else. Okay, we'll just ooh, wow, how did that happen? Oh, oof, first death. Yep, well, it's kind of embarrassing, but I don't know. It's a new skill I'm trying to learn, is to narrate the game while still trying to not be a complete bonehead. But that's what happened. So this is an add-on that this guy's a rare. I have an add-on that I guess constantly scans around for the rares, and so if we kill him, we might get some good loot. But not a great start. That's our first death. But there'll likely be many more. I guess I can show you the add-ons that I'm running. This is the bag add-on that it doesn't really work anymore. They might have fixed it. This is an add-on that sells junk automatically. This is your auction house add-on. This is the new bag one I got. It shows the creature's abilities. This is the dark mode. Stats, your herbalism and mining stuff. This is like a map add-on. This is a button that has all your other add-ons there. And then what's worth going over here? This is just helpful. This is a cool one, Opie. Pawn tells you how much stuff sells for. This is a nameplate add-on. I don't think we have turned on. We do have turned on, I think. But anyways, let's be more careful. Yeah, right as I say that. So we have our first death out of the way. I guess the pressure's off a little bit, and this is warrior. I mean, we might even die again here. Ooh, this one's gonna be close. Okay, and we can cannibalize that. Big Nunu. Right. Let's see how he does. Okay. Wow, he torched him. So, yeah, warrior, we gotta be a little careful.
Not enough range.
Like, we should be able to do this, I feel like. Oh my god, we can't. This is warrior for you. It's like, I maybe would have been able to do that, but I don't really feel like running back again. Oh, big Nunu. There we go, yeah, you can fight him. So I'm going to have to be more careful. The starting zone of death now, very easy. I guess this is where the game gets more difficult. And I think probably 10 through 20 is not very fun, if I remember correctly. But after 20, it gets a little bit better. And then at 40, you get Mortal Strike or Bloodthirst, depending on your build, which is very useful for a warrior. But we're just going to be collecting these pumpkins. I have a friend who's planning on planting some pumpkins in about a month's time, so that would be interesting to see how big his can get. That rare that was found on the scanner, I guess it's not here anymore. Oh, and our two-handed swords weren't quite up to snuff. So that could be it as well. And we need Battle Shep up. But yeah, oh, look at, like, this is peak warrior gameplay. Nice. Level 6, nice. So we have a new skill to learn. We need to get our professions as well. I want engineering, but I think I might go herbalism just because I want to make gold. Because I want to make gold so I can get good weapons on a warrior. And I think that, although I'd like to go engineering, I think I need the gold more because I'm not going to be drawing in from my other characters. So that's what we'll do. We should have just ran to Brill to pick up herbalism now, but for the sake of the video and the series, I think it's not going to be very interesting running a Brill and then running back. So we'll just continue on the path we're on. Hopefully, if I do remember, there are quite a few quests to get before you get to Brill. We could go to the Undercity and learn it there. And there's a chance that Brill might not have all the professions, so we might have to go to the Undercity to learn what we're looking for. And so we'll go herbalism, and then I guess I don't know. We could do skinning, but I don't think skinning is worth it. I think we should do alchemy. Just become like make our own potions, stuff like that. Most of my characters are herb alchemy. I don't know why, but for some reason I really like making potions. I just think it's quite cool to do that. And I don't know. We'll see how close we are to the Undercity, because we're missing out on herbs right now. Right? We could be running by them and not being able to level up, which is very important for us. So Gordo's task. Gordo is an abomination, if I remember correctly, and he has us go. I think we're going to be looting these things like Deathweed or something for his task. Gloomweed, right? So it looks like this guy patrols. So with this questy add-on, you can see this line, and that's his patrol path. So these guys, see this is one of the add-ons I have. It tells you that it cowers and ravages. It's quite useful. So I can hit control and it like tells you, look at that. That's very useful information, especially if you're playing hardcore or something where you only have one life. Right? You'd want to be able to check to see what the mob can do that you're fighting, right? Like if it has a stun or a fear or some terrible disease or curse. Okay, well, it looks like Gordo he should be here. If he's not here, we'll probably, if he's not here, then we missed him. And I think we started here, so we could have missed him. Not looking good. Oof, that's a big miss. Yeah, but here's what we'll do. We'll pick up this quest. This is Brill. Okay. So we'll pick up all these quests. We'll read them. What are you looking for? A pre-shoot task. Scourge have trickled into Tearsfall Glades and have infested the area west of Brill, near the old bridge. Okay, so we have to go back there anyways. Go there and beat back the rotting dead and ravage corpses you find. Scatter their bones and bring back their putrid claws. And the death guards will reward you. So we got to go back anyways. So it's not the biggest. Yeah, I don't know. It was a mistake. Let's call it what it is. Fields of Grief. Apothecary Johann. The Dark Lady has put forth a challenge. It is up to us to meet it. Death Guard Simmer sent word that you were going to provide me with some much-needed regents. Were you able to gather 10 pumpkins yet, Racemek? You performed your bidding well, young warrior. You are proving yourself to be quite an asset to the Dark Lady's army, right? Fields of Grief. Harmless pumpkins, right? Or so it would seem. If we were to defeat Arthas' advances from the north and the human infestation from the south, we need to start realizing the full potential of our gift of undeath. With a little ingenuity, a simple pumpkin becomes an agent for our Dark Lady. This pumpkin, laced with the latest formula, will prove to be quite a treat. Yet another Scarlet Zealot has been captured and is being kept in the cellar of the Gallow End Tavern. Take this pumpkin to the fool. So you get this a lot with the Forsaken. They love poison. You can see this, he's got his setup here, and they enjoy using potions to poison people. A new plague. Lady Sylvanas has called upon the Royal Apothecary Society. The Dark Lady believes our knowledge, coupled with the newfound magic, will provide the key to Arthas' demise. She has challenged us to concoct a new plague, a plague deadlier than any ailment on Azeroth. This new disease will bring Arthas' Scourge army to ruin. My studies show that the blood of beasts might prove to be the key. Bring me 5 vials of Darkhound blood so I can test my theory. So yeah, the Royal Apothecary Society, it's like the Forsaken's guild of alchemists, right? And they're looking for new ways to defeat enemies and dirty tricks like that.
Forsaken. Speak quickly.
The Scarlet Crusade is encroaching on our homeland. Those foolish zealots do not realize that the loyal servants of the Dark Lady shall see to their demise.
Watch your back. Our time will.
So this was the information that had details of where their leaders were. Imagine the blow we could deal to the morale of those bloody zealots if we were to kill their leaders in one swift strike.
Remember.
At war with the Scarlet Crusade, the documents Executor Aaron provided are just the break we needed in our battle with the wretched Scarlet Crusade. We now know their exact locations throughout Tearsfall Glades, but the Death Guard has larger concerns. The Lich King's army grows in number each night. We need someone with initiative like yourself to drive the Scarlet Crusade to the grave. Prove to me you are capable of serving the Dark Lady by traveling west to the tower, past the Soladin farmstead, and slay 10 Scarlet Warriors. So we have to go back there as well. So that should be, yeah, we have to go past where we messed up. And we can equip this. So we have enough. We just dinged, which means we need new skills, but I think we need a bag even more. So I think she should have, yeah, the small pouch. Unfortunately, we had to drop most of our wealth on it, but I mean, it gives us 6 slots. I think the auction house has it cheaper than 5 silver, though. It should, in theory, right? Because if you were to loot these in the world, and you can always buy them for 5 silver from a vendor, it's probably going to be looking at like 3 silver at the auction house. So we could have saved some money, but time is money, time that we would be spent going into the Undercity. And I might have messed up because we might not have enough. We need to get professions. First aid, let's just see how much. Oof, 1 silver.
Our enemies abound.
Not going to be doing that.
What do you require?
Okay, we'll make this our home for now. And a rogue steel. Yes. What is it? The Forsaken. They certainly do have huge appetites. Make yourself at home. Yes, rest those weary bones. My name's Renee, if you need anything at all. Oh, a letter. Wonderful news. I've been waiting on word from my dear old mother in Deathnell. Such a saint she is. I wonder how she's holding up. What? Too cheery? Not buying it, are you? Well, get lost then. It's really no business who's the letter from anyway. Go on, get lost. Come back when you've got some coin to spend, loafer. Next thing you know, you'll be coming back to rest after a long day's adventure, or some stupid thing like that.
Dark Lady, watch over you.
So we do have to go poison this guy down here. Let's this is kind of a fun quest. Okay, so we have a dwarf. And he's being held prisoner down here. Oh, and this is the zealot. Man, for some reason I thought this was the guy we were gonna poison. I guess we're gonna poison both. I don't. Stay away, foul and unholy creature. May the light protect me. The Scarlet Crusade shall rid Azeroth of your... Oh wait, is that food for me? I'm so hungry. So yeah, they're fanatical in cleansing the land of unholy things. By the light, finally some food. Sweet pumpkin. I don't feel right. Oof, turned him into a ghoul. My mind, my flesh, I'm rotting. Okay, is that it? Oh, speak of the devil. It's dead. Nice. Okay. So we're gonna try to get skills. Let's just see what he had for us. Thunderclap, which is, I mean, it's pretty good. To be honest, I've never really used Thunderclap that much outside of like tanking. parry. That would be useful. I mean, it's a 5% chance to deflect an attack. That would be very useful to us right now. Oh well. So I believe we can ask one of those guards where we need to go. We're just gonna learn herbalism right now. Sometimes they have guards where you can ask them. Where would herbalism be? It'd be like in a house. Death Guard Cyrus. Maybe these guys will be able to direct us. Okay, here we go. Profession, we're gonna go herbalism. Stables and around northwest end. Okay, and it shows it on the map, right? Okay. So hopefully this isn't 1 silver.
Hello.
Nice.
No.
So we will put this on our bars, find herbs. And yeah, I might end the episode. I can still get quests, so let's just read. We'll read this quest. Let's get it now. Wanted, Megadai. A foul beast even by Null standards, Megadai has been sentenced to death for his crimes against the Forsaken. This despicable villain has been stealing corpses for use by the Lich King's army. Megadai was last seen pillaging the lands near Garen's haunt to the north of Brill. The town of Brill hereby offers a reward to the capable soul who can carry out the execution. Show Executor Zygan the villain's paw once the deed is done. Mercy is for the weak. Oops. Accept that. One more quest. Grave robbers. Is that guy inside? Yes. So we're loading up on quests, and I think we'll go to the pumpkin field. Grave robbers. The mass graves southwest of Garen's haunt to the north were made to accommodate the impressive number of deaths Tirsfall suffered when the plague first came. The bodies in these graves have so far spared an undeath, but the Scourge now send wrought-hide gnolls to gather their corpses and use them to bolster their armies. This cannot be allowed. Your task is twofold. Slay the wrought-hides at the mass grave in Garen's haunt and gather from them the embalming ichor that gives them life. Interesting. So these wrought-hide gnolls gather corpses and use them to bolster their army. Gather from them the embalming ichor that gives them life. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Face smashers. I don't think that accurately describes me. It might describe how I play the game by smashing my head into the keyboard. So yeah, we'll accept it. We just want to check what's going on in here. Guild message of the day, nothing. A head bonker. Sure, we'll be in this guild for, I don't know, a couple minutes probably. So we can... Now that we have herbalism, we should keep an eye out for any herbs. So I think we're gonna... Oh, that's a level 8 quest. Gordo's task. We need to find Gordo. And these Darkhound Bloods. Okay, so we'll just kill things along this road. Got our first herb over here, so that's what we need to loot for Gordos, but there should be a silver leaf here. Probably gonna miss it. These are hard to get. Oh, first try. Nice, okay. And this is kind of what herbalism and mining does. If you're trying to level as quick as you can, you're gonna not want to take these skills, because you go out of your way a lot to get herbs, and they can be worth it, right? Like I was saying last episode, that's how I got all my gold, by herbing Briarthorn, which is a low level herb. It can give you something that's used for endgame, like Swift Thistle. So hopefully we get lucky and get some more bags. Otherwise we might need to sell some herbs. Because I don't think I'm going to worry too much about alchemy. I mean, it gives us potions, which are always useful. Right? So we kill these guys for their claws. I think I need to find Gordo, like, ASAP. Because we're going to be walking... we could miss him if we're busy killing these zombies. Alright, we should be able to do this. Yeah, 62. Playing a warrior, you need a good weapon. Otherwise, it's kind of miserable. So that's why we're going herbalism. Get some good weapons. I mean, stuff on the auction house is expensive, and there are a lot of warriors. So that's why. I mean, that's why there's so many warriors, because it's the best class at endgame for DPS, and it's like the only tank, and they're really good in PvP. And because there's such a high supply of warriors, any weapons that are catered towards warriors will sell for more money, right? Okay, hopefully we don't miss them.
I need a target.
Okay, we'll get this Peace Bloom over here. These guys are yellow, so they won't aggro. Oh, there he is. This isn't even on his path, I don't think. What's he doing over there? Maybe that's why we missed him. I thought he walked along the path. But, yeah. Here's Gordo. Master wants needs. Us got big hands and not good at picking. You help us and we not hurt you. Us need gloomweed. Many weeds around here near road. When you have gloomweed, you take Master Holland in Brill Graveyard. Okay. Oh, we got lots of herbs around here. Oh. Or maybe that's gloomweed. Right. Yeah, that's what happens sometimes. If you have herbalism, it will show you where the quest herb is. Because I got excited for a second there, because I've never seen this amount of density of like Peace Bloom, Silver Sage, stuff like that. Okay. I remember this quest being like kind of difficult to find, but I guess if you have herbalism, it's very easy. Okay, so We can't do this one yet. It's a little too tricky. Defeat. Did I not do that quest? All I have to do is kill this guy. Huh. I guess I skipped a quest. Okay, so what do we fight this guy or something?
Speak quickly.
What? You want money? I don't owe you any money. A letter? What letter? Oh, you want to fight then. All right, mate, let's do this. Ow. You any money?
Watch your
Okay. Okay, that was he just flipped us off. Okay, we defeat him.
What is it?
So I don't understand. Is this guy... Oh, here we go.
What do you require?
Incredible. What skill? Thought you'd be easy prey, Racemic. Got me good, did you? Here's the coin I promised. Not as much as I said it'd be, but that's on account of me lying to you in the first place. Right. The classic move, right? Let's see. So we can get Darkhound Blood. We get our herbalism up. If we go here, we could make our... Okay, so what is this? Gordo's task. I think this is the quest, these Darkhounds, that we'll do for now. And it doesn't seem to be that high of a drop chance, so we might be killing them for a while. We'll hopefully get some herbs, get our herbing up, and hopefully get some bags. So I'm interested to see how this video comes out because, like I said, the previous video was like, that's like the dry run, right? Where I think it works if I do this, this, and this, and then you make the video, you watch it, and you see how it can be improved. And it could be improved a lot. Oh, this isn't good. How is this a level 8? So, and my playing can be improved quite a bit. At level 8? Okay, yeah, we can't get them. Okay, so these are 5s. I guess up in that direction they're cursed instead of decrepit. But I should be able to take this guy out. And I think I'm going to need quite a bit of money because it seems the way I'm play when I narrate how I'm playing, I'm not really paying that much attention to my surroundings. So I'm gonna need some better gear. And Peace Bloom. Okay, so these bats. Oh, do we have to go to the Undercity for anything? Not yet. Having difficulty with this Peace Bloom. Got it. Nice. Level 9? Yeah, I'm not I don't know why these guys are level 9. It's like such a big spread. Oh, great. How did that guy see me? Because he's level 9, I guess. Damn. Okay, let's see our quests. We can do Darkhound. Where does it tell us to go? Darkhound. It doesn't really say. Putrid Task. Putrid Claws, right. These guys. That's what we'll do. And then we'll be level 7, which will be... Yeah, this is what we're supposed to do. Is this quest right here, I think. So we get a skill called Sunder Armor pretty soon, and what you're supposed to do if you're two-handing is just do Sunder Armor, which reduces their armor, so you hit harder. The first time in 2019 Classic that I played my main warrior, I didn't use Sunder Armor, I used Heroic Strike instead. I didn't know that you're supposed to use Sunder Armor. And I do remember I grouped with a warrior once, and we were both attacking a mob, and he was using Sunder Armor, and I remember thinking to myself, what is this guy doing? Like, why is he using... Oh. What is this guy doing? He's dying. Yeah, that's very fitting how I say, what is this guy doing? And I die right away. That's karma, right? For me, critiquing somebody else's play style while I run in with low health and I don't even notice it. That's the type of player I am, though. If you keep watching me, you'll find that's the type of player I am. Not a good surveyor of my surroundings, that's for sure. It's like, I think in retail WoW, you would be able to do that. You would be able to just go mob to mob and not worry about your health, but in Classic, you have to constantly keep an eye on it. And the other character I play is a hunter, right? So I never really run into that issue. It's like your health doesn't matter. You shoot one mob and you move to the next. Very simple. So we're on layer 2. See, I was just gonna run in, and I need to... I'll get better at it. I mean, like with anything, like I'm human, right? I think humans, the more we do something, the better we get at it. But there is a problem with the intellect that we have because we try to take shortcuts. I found, me especially, I try to take shortcuts, and sometimes shortcuts are not ideal, right? You don't really grow anymore if you're always taking a shortcut. Shortcut can be, the most efficient way, but if you're looking for true growth, I think you need to be aware of the shortcuts you're taking, like in life, in anything in general, and just ask yourself a question like, could I be doing something different? And so this is pretty good herbs in this zone. I think this is better than Durotar for herbs because that's... I remember herbing being quite difficult in Durotar. And there's like unique things about the starting zones for each race. Like if you're a night elf and if you're a night elf, your zone is here, right? This big island. It's Teldrassil. It's a big tree. And there's no mining nodes on it. And if you think about it, that makes sense because rock trees and rock don't really mix. Like it's like a mineral, so there's no minerals here. So if you're a miner, you have to wait until you're like level 13, and you don't start mining until you're level 13. Like luckily, there's a mountain range here that's like relatively close. So there's a lot of nodes here, but it's just something to keep in mind. I think that's the only unique quirk about professions and starting zones is the night elf one having no mining nodes. But I could be wrong. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. But yeah, that's it. But this zone that we're in right now, this doesn't seem like a good zone for minerals. So there are little variations in like which class race you decide to play. And there's kind of many ways you can play this game, right? You can straight up role play. You can straight up try to do the most of damage you can do and be very competitive. You can play with your friends. You can play hardcore. So like this game has been around for a very long time. People love it, and they've created new ways to enjoy the game. With the backbone still being intact as it was in 2004 with like minor changes, but that seems to be the big thing of people who want a little bit of change, but they realize and they know that changes is what turn the game into something they don't enjoy playing anymore. So like any change is going to be heavily critiqued from either side, right? And I think they can the developers can kind of say they know that people like this game, right, as it is. So like when in doubt, don't change it, maybe, is kind of their attitude. Because they have made changes to Classic, and there's been a lot of negative outroar. I remember the world buff for the Horde, the War Chief's Blessing. Alliance doesn't have a equivalent version of that, and they let it so Alliance had, I think it was Might of Stormwind. I wasn't playing at the time because I couldn't play, but I do remember thinking on paper, because I was an Alliance player, I was like, that's awesome, right? Now we can have War Chief's Blessing, like some buff that I've never had before, because I wasn't hardcore enough to set it up and get the buff, because it's a lot of work. And then people just I don't know, they didn't like it, and they changed it back. So I don't know, something special about this game where like you change something and people have like they care about the game to a great degree. And it's like, sure, you kind of want it to change a little bit, because otherwise you're playing the same game over and over again, right? So it's like you gotta I think you're seeking for change, and like you hear a lot about Classic Plus, which is like, I wish Blizzard kept going and releasing raids beyond Naxxramas. And so like I think people do want a bit of change, or at least just continuity. And it's a very, like, it would be interesting being a Blizzard developer, of like trying to please people, but at the same time trying not to, like, it's like you're walking on eggshells every time you do a patch. And I don't know, I still enjoy the game as it is. You know, I'm enjoying the game right now, so I'm a happy customer. I can gladly say that I'm a happy customer of my Blizzard subscription right now. Oh, we gonna get him? Oh, a miss. That's warrior. That's peak warrior gameplay. When you're both super low HP and your swing speed is low, and you're like if I don't connect here, I'm dead. Okay, so we got the claws. We got those a while ago, but just grinding a little bit, I guess. And I'll try to do the Dark Blood quest, and then I might end it after that. And we can just see how the video came together. And I think I'm going to try to do a thumbnail on this one, which is like very unprofessional. I'm trying to use like AI tooling to create thumbnails super easily, but not have to pay for them. And I'm sure there's stuff out there that fit what I'm trying to do. But okay, so we need these guys, and they don't seem to drop a lot. And I think what's happened here is people who have been playing the game like me are exclusively going for these guys, and I think they share spawns with these bats. So you're going to see a lot of bats and not many of these guys. So we might have a bit of traveling to do here, but I mean we're herbing, so feels good to start leveling our professions, and we'll see if we can get it scrape together enough money to oops, interrupted it. Wow. See if we can get enough money to get our skills or another bag. What's this? Oh, it's a Zeppelin. Wow. Yeah, so that takes you to the other continent if any new players are watching. And that leads up to the Undercity, which is the capital city, and it's under the ruins of Lordaeron, which used to be like a human capital or something like that. And I might start looking into the lore more, because if I'm going to be constantly talking while playing, I think we could talk about the lore. And like, I'm not an expert. I'm like bottom mid of like lore, I would say. You know, where I say, oh, the Scourge is evil, but there's like so much more complexity to that, and like why they're evil, that like I would have to think about before I could talk about it openly. But yeah, so this used to be a human castle. Arthas, the Lich King, was like in here, and Arthas is the nemesis of the second expansion, Wrath of the Lich King, where you go up to Northrend. Northrend is like like up here. Okay, we got our blood. I guess we could accept this. This is okay, I think we found the natural path of like what we're supposed to be doing here, which is good because we were having issues earlier. And so this guild is inviting lots of people, but there's nothing going on in the chat. So we will leave this guild. And hopefully we get our last blood from here. We're almost level 7, I believe. Yep. Nice. Okay, we are finished. Now I think... Okay, great. Like, the thing about warriors, you never want to do quests that are higher level than you, because you will have a bad time if you're trying to do it solo. That seems to be the general rule of thumb. A lot of people say always, like, if you want to optimally level warrior, you should always be attacking green mobs. So like that means at least 3 levels lower than you, because you can kill them fast. But there's a problem in this game where there's not enough quests if you're playing at a decent pace and not using rested XP. So that means there's going to be some grinding or some dungeons. So what does that look like for us right now? So there's a level 8 quest. There's a level 7. We might have to go... There could be a chain here. So that will likely lead us to... I guess we'll just accept this quest, because we'll probably be doing it. And here's a Skinner. Now we could... I don't think skinning will be any money for us. Like, I don't think it'll be worth it.
Goodbye.
Like, I don't think skinning would be worth it. So we're going to be doing herbalism, and I guess we can take a look at the auction house and see how much the herbs cost. Because we're going to need to get just enough to cover our bags, like, as soon as possible. That's, like, the main thing I always usually try to do, is have enough bags. And then any big skills, like, if you get, I don't know, Sunder Armor would probably be pretty important, right? So you want to allocate some of your money to skills, like the skills that you need. Okay, there's an Undead Horse Merchant. We could get our cooking up too. Have you collected 5 vials of dark blood hound yet, Racemek? Time is fleeting. You've done well, Racemek, and I thank you for your efforts. So, Troll's Blood Potion, those are nice. Especially as a warrior, right? Leads to, like, constant regeneration. A new plague. While you're collecting samples for me, my experience led me to realize that more reagents were required for this new disease to spread properly. Poisoning some hapless victim is child's play. Plaguing an entire world proves to be a bit more complicated. I will need 5 vile fin scales from Nurlocks in this vicinity. You will find the creatures along the coast to the north or the west. Murlocs are like a warrior's worst nightmare. I don't know. They're usually grouped up. It's hard to fight them one-on-one, and they're usually pretty fast. It can be a nightmare attacking Murlocs. A putrid task. Have you completed the task which I've charged you? Do you have those putrid claws?
Beware.
Well done. I regret not being there to see you smash those undead into rotting pulp. Nice. What are you looking for? The mill's overrun. The Scourge are trying to form a base at the Agaman Mills. If they do, then they can stage further attacks within Tearsfall. The orders must have been given. The Scourge in the mills must be destroyed. Go to the mills, collect notched ribs from rattle-caged and cracked skull soldiers and blackened skulls from dark-eyed bonecasters. To get to the mills, follow the road west. After crossing the bridge, take the next fork north, then keep going north. When you see windmills, then the battle will begin. Okay, so those will give us some nice boots, because we still have the starting boots.
Trust no one.
So in this zone we have Scourge up here that we need to take care of. We took care of this gold mine. And the Scarlet Crusade are here, and there's a dungeon up here called Scarlet Monastery, which is like, I guess, their base. So we need we need to get rid of them. Gordo's task. Okay, so Gordo, this guy also patrols. Nice. Okay, Junior, where's that useless abomination? Either you have what I need, or you'd best get out there and find it. Okay. What's this? Gloomweed? I've no need for Gloomweed. That mindless massive flesh out there is picking daisies and convincing the lady knows how many dupes like you into doing the same. No offense. Very well, since you're here, and that's all that matters, since I'm not going to bother to try to explain things to that abomination about how you collect what I really need. Doomweed. Okay, so we got Gloomweed. We needed Doomweed.
They'll all be mine.
Doomweed. So you can see the predicament that I'm in, Racemic. That thing is out there collecting the wrong weeds. I'll make it worth your while to gather what I need. Bring me back to enough Doomweed, and I'll give you a suitable reward. It is my understanding that they like to plague the flora near the mass grave site to the north of the Brill graveyard. Hurry and be mindful of the gnolls in the area. So this kind of fixes our problem when I said we have high level quests. So we have, okay, so Doomweed is 6, so that should be easy, but it's with gnolls. Murlocs, that'll be difficult. We'll do that one last. The move might be... we're going to have to make a decision here. I think we'll do the gnolls. And that'll be... oh, there's a quest that we missed. Oh, we'll go do that quest. Right? Because we'll go back. We'll get the quest. Accipier. We'll go back. We'll do the quest. And then I think I'm going to end it here. I might play later today, depending on how I'm feeling. Right now, my arm is feeling good, but I do have... I don't know, I've been having some sensation that, like, I just need to be ready to put down the mouse and keyboard if I need to. Okay. I hope you're well, all things considered. Sit for a spell and hear my tale. It's a tragedy, of course, but one I hope will end in revenge. I also have a tale, and I hope it doesn't end in tragedy. And I don't wish revenge on anybody. But redemption, I think, is what I'm looking for. Deaths in the family. The Eggman family was the most prosperous family in Tearsfall Glades. I used to work their mills before the plague. When the Scourge first came, the Agamans fortified their home and convinced those in their employ to remain and help them defend. We were fools, but at least we were loyal fools. The Agamans, in their pride, doomed us to undeath, and now they are minions of the Scourge. Serve the Forsaken by defeating the Agamans who fell to the plague. Serve me by bringing their remains. So the plague is what turned them undead, but they're different than us because they're kind of mindless, and they serve the Lich King, right, who's evil. Like, I do remember, I played Warcraft 3 as a kid, and I do remember the cutscene when Arthas returns home, and there's like bells ringing, and they're welcoming him, and he, like, rose petal falls, and it falls in his hand. And at this point, he's under, like, he's tainted, but like the rose like rots away in his hand, and it's like, so you can see that, you know, he's tainted and he's unholy at that point. Which, I don't know, I just thought that was really cool of showing, you know, what it's like, a metaphor of what happened to him, right? He's like gone rotten. And yeah, it's a great story, Warcraft 3. I'll have to play that one day in the future, like, hope, you know. In the Haunted Mills, Devlin Agaman was the younger of 2 sons in the Agaman family, and in life the two could not be more different. Thurman was tall and gentle, while his younger brother was weak and sharp-tongued. When Agaman Mills fell to the plague, I was not surprised to hear that Devlin was quick to succumb. His mad chattering can still be heard near the road leading to Agaman Mills. I'm collecting the remains of the Agamans, and I want poor Devlin. Find him, destroy him, and bring me his bones. Okay, so 2 brothers who are different. One poor Devlin. Interesting.
Victory for survivors.
So is there... Okay, there's one more quest. The Chill of Death. Marge Simpson haircut. Nice. We'll talk to the warrior trainer, but...
I haven't
yeah, we got
all
some gold.
day.
The chill of death. It's so cold now. The plague of the undeath crawls through my veins like an icy serpent. The mindless state will be upon me soon. But no doomed destiny will prevent me from serving our Dark Lady. When the call rose, I sewed body bags for the fallen soldiers of Sylvanus' mighty armor. Our army. Now my hands shake from the chill. If you'd bring me 5 dustback pelts and some coarse thread, I could sew myself a blanket. Help me, Racemic, that I can continue to serve the cause. My hand, yeah, my hands shake too. So this is a warrior trainer, Hostile Demon.
I am forsaken.
Hostile Demon. Thunderclap. I don't know if I'd use that, to be honest. So it increases your time between attacks by 10%, which is like not great. It does 10 damage, which is it's decent. If you're hitting 4 targets, it's 40 damage, which is like that's good. It's 1 silver. I don't think we're gonna take it. But this one we're gonna take parry because I think it's like a 5% chance to deflect an attack.
Our enemy is abound.
4.76, so that's pretty good, right? I mean, that could save your life easily. And so we will go. Can I sell my stuff here?
What do you require?
Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so this auctions for 18 silver. Peace Bloom, quite high. Why is there such a big difference? This is an add-on. So where it says auction, that's from one of my that's from one of my characters scanning the auction house. So it tells me what it's trading for on the auction house. But that seems high to me for Peace Bloom. But I don't know. Like if we could just sell this, we would have easily, enough bags. So we'll keep that in mind. But I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you for tuning in. And each episode, I'm going to kind of review how it went, how the audio quality is, and I'm going to continue to make tweaks to try to fine tune this. But right now, I'm just enjoying playing the game that I haven't been able to play for a while. And yeah, we're just going to take it one episode at a time. I'm going to try to be a better player at the same time as talk about more interesting stuff. But I don't know. It's a kind of a balance, right? But that's all I got. Thanks for tuning in.